2019 was the 8th year for the LEGO Marvel Superheroes theme. There are around 17 sets total, and I'm going to rank them all in this video. I already ranked the 2012 through 2018 waves of sets, so you can go check out those videos if you haven't seen them, and I'm not including polybags, the minifigure pack, or the Comic-Con figure. Number 17 is Avengers Tower. It comes with one minifigure, Tony Stark in the progress of getting suited up, and it's a fine exclusive, but it's not that exciting. The build for Avengers Tower is fine for a small display, although the proportions look a bit weird with it being a little skinny, and I just don't really care for micro scale sets. Number 16 is Spider-Man Car Chase. It comes with two minifigures, a new main LEGO Spider-Man figure that finally replaces the 2012 figure that was so overused, and Green Goblin, which is pretty good. For the builds, though simple, the Spider-Man buggy looks decent, and Green Goblin's glider is pretty basic. Even though this is a 4+ set, it's one of the better ones. Number 15 is Spider-Man Doc Ock Diamond Heist. It comes with three minifigures, Spider-Man, Doc Ock, and a construction worker. This is one of my favorite Marvel 4+ sets. I like the Doc build with the crane to lift a container, which makes for a fun scene that looks good for 4+. The vehicles look more obviously juniorized with the Spider-Man plane that has disc shooters, and Doc Ock's boat with arms, but they are both fine. Number 14 is Captain Marvel and the Aces. It comes with two minifigures, Captain Marvel in her blue suit, which I'm glad is an exclusive to this, and Maria Rambeau, which is a fine exclusive for this. This is a Comic-Con set and a pretty good one. The display build with the Aces jet looks good with it being easily removable from the stand, and some nice details to it like Goose the Flurkin at the bottom of the display. Number 13 is War Machine Buster. It comes with four minifigures, War Machine, and I like the design of the quantum suits, but they become boring as they are used for most of the hero characters in this endgame wave. Then there's Ant-Man that I like the newer helmet for, and two Outriders. The build is yet another Hulkbuster for the theme. This time it's for War Machine, which makes it a little more unique with the extra weapons like the multi-stud shooter and flick-fire missiles on top, but the gray color scheme looks more boring. The build is fine though, and as you will see, most of these original endgame sets are not that accurate, with this one not appearing in the movie at all. Number 12 is Captain America Outriders Attack. It comes with four minifigures, Captain America with the new helmet piece that I like, and three Outriders. Although pretty oversized, I do like the general shape of the motorcycle that's a bit different to the usual big bike design. What I don't like the look of are the disc shooters on the sides that just stick out too much and look bulky. There's also a lot of flame pieces on it that seem a bit much, but are easily removable, and there's a kickstand and a place to store the shield in the back. Number 11 is Iron Man Hall of Armor. It comes with six minifigures, Iron Man Mark 1, which is great to get with this being my favorite of the set, the Mark 5, which also looks good, the Mark 41, aka Boned, which is very unique and cool, the Mark 50, and two Outriders. Then there's a build for the Mark 38, aka Igor, which is kind of funny looking but in a lovable way that I don't mind. While it is fantastic to get all of these new Iron Man suits in LEGO form, the actual build for the Hall of Armor is pretty boring with just a bunch of spaces to store suits, which is nice, but it doesn't make for an interesting build. The displays can be rearranged a lot, which does help it a bit, and there are a bunch of tools around with the assembly platform in the middle with a computer station and a dummy side build. Number 10 is Spider-Man Bike Rescue. It comes with three minifigures, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Carnage. The main build is your standard big motorcycle build, this time for Spider-Man, but I actually like the design of it with a more sleek modern look to it, and it has a non-functional web shooter on one side and a stud shooter on the other. The second build is a power generator with an exploding function, and I think this also looks good for what it is. Number 9 is Avengers Compound Battle. It comes with seven figures, Iron Man Mark 85, Captain Marvel, Nebula, Hulk, Thanos, an Outrider, and a micro-scale figure of Ant-Man. The main build is the Avengers compound, and there's nothing too special about this, but it does look alright for a location build. It has a garage to the side with a radar dish, stud shooter turrets, and a helicopter pad on top with a bridge leading to the main compound section, which inside has a lasered off safe to store the Infinity Gauntlet that can be pulled out of the side on the bottom level, a meeting room on the second level, and a movable spring-loaded missile turret on top. Then it comes with two pretty generic vehicles, a helicopter with a multi-stud shooter in the front that looks awkward, and a car with stud shooters that can rotate in the back and looks decent. Number 8 is Spider-Mech vs. Venom. It comes with four minifigures, Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen for the first time, Venom, and Aunt May. The first build is the Spider-Man mech that has a standard design but does look good with a claw on one arm and a stud shooter on the other. This is when they really start to go all out with Venom and put him in a lot of Marvel sets. This time with the Venom mech, which is a pretty unique looking build with all of the tendrils on it, and the mouth with the tongue out. Then the last build is a small hoverboard with stud shooters for Spider-Gwen. Number 7 is Avengers Hulk Helicopter Rescue. It comes with 5 figures: Black Widow, Rescue, which is one of the best figures for the year, Hulk with the Nano Gauntlet, and 2 Chitauri. The helicopter has a nice, more unique design with the wings on the sides that have stud shooters. There's also a storage crate behind the cockpit, but it looks a bit strange on the bottom because of the open space to place Hulk and drop him out with the main dropping feature. For the Chitauri, there's a Leviathan creature build that is just underwhelming with how small it is, and a flyer with stud shooters, which I like less, but it works better for the size. Number 6 is Molten Man Battle, first of the Far From Home sets. It comes with 3 minifigures: Stealth Spider-Man, which is a cool variant suit, Mysterio, which is a nice villain figure, and a regular firefighter that's just trying to do his best. The Molten Man build looks kind of messy, but also very fun with all of the street parts melted into it, like street signs, lights, and parts of a car, also with a multi-stud shooter on one arm. Number 5 is Stark Jet and the Drone Attack. It comes with 4 minifigures: Spider-Man, Nick Fury, Happy Hogan, which doesn't resemble the actual character that well, and Mysterio. The build for the Stark Jet is kind of generic, but I like its sleek white design with some stud shooters on the wings. There's not much interior space though, with most of it being used by a dropping feature to drop Spider-Man or bombs, and a storage compartment for those bombs. It also comes with 2 Stark drones with stud shooters, which look decent. Number 4 is Spider-Man Spider Crawler. It comes with 4 minifigures: Spider-Man, Spider-Man 29-9, which is a great spider character to get, Vulture with some good looking brick-built wings, and my favorite Sandman figure with the full sandy look and the cool unique piece for the legs. The main build for the Spider Crawler is a type of build we've seen in other themes, but this is an idea that works for a unique fitting Spider-Man vehicle. It has the awesome feature where all of the legs move when it moves forward, and some stud shooters. It also comes with a raised sand build to place Sandman on to elevate him a little more, with storage space inside, and a big hammer, also with a small display with a jewel inside to steal from. Number 3 is Captain Marvel and the Skrull Attack. It comes with 3 minifigures: Captain Marvel, young Nick Fury, and Talos the Skrull with a headpiece for the ears that doesn't look quite right to me, also with Goose the Flurkin. The main build is a smaller Quinjet-like build, with a shape and color scheme I like that differentiates itself from the regular Quinjets really well. It has a neat feature with flickfire missiles on both sides that can each shoot 4 missiles at once, and the openable back hatch for access to minimal interior. Number 2 is Avengers Ultimate Quinjet. It comes with 6 minifigures: Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Rocket Raccoon, and 2 Chitauri. The Quinjet build is one of my favorites with a color scheme of dark blue and trans orange that is a bit different to the other Quinjets, and it's a more solid build than some of them. It has an openable back hatch with a decent amount of interior space, and once open, a multi-stud shooter can be folded out and over the top, and a bad looking trike vehicle can be stored inside. And number 1 is Hydro Man Attack. It comes with 4 minifigures: Peter Parker with a neat effect for the cap used as his pulled up mask, MJ, Mysterio, and Hydro Man with a buildable water base that looks a bit ugly. The build for Venice though is a beautiful location for one of my favorite sets in the theme, with a good looking bridge with an exploding feature, and a nicely built little building with another exploding feature in the front, but not much for the interior. It also comes with a small gondola boat build, which also looks really good for such a simple build. So that was my ranking of every LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2019 set. This was a good year for the theme with a nice variety of sets. But anyway, that's all I have to say. See you next time. Goodbye.